What up, athletes? Welcome back to my channel. We are back online. I just got my new gimbal, so hopefully this time it lasts longer and we can get some stable images. We are at the corner of Smythe Street and Durban Street. That's Durban Street looking east towards the prison at Camp Street. That's Smythe Street looking south. This used to be a Masonic lodge. I think they still plan to rebuild it here. That's the Masonic lodge. There is the Anglican church at Smythe Street. But what we're interested in is new developments in this neck of the woods. This is a new building, a new residential building that's being constructed recently. This one, I think, is also a residential or commercial building under construction. But what we're here to do is to see this new building. That is the new Division A headquarters for the Guyana Police Force here in Georgetown. It's located at corner of Smythe Street and Brickdam. And we're heading over there to see how far that building has come. It's going to be 12 stories tall. We're going to count the stories, see how far they've come. But on the way there, I thought I'd take a look at this building. Alright, this building is, I think it's a new residential or commercial building that is being constructed here. This one is the corner of Smythe Street and Leopold. Alright, that's Leopold Street. Looking south. Yeah, this building is a new either commercial or residential. Commercial residential building here at the corner of Smythe Street and Leopold. And the last time we were here, this was the new building. Ministry of Education had converted this building, which is in fact the old Central High School. So this used to be Central High School. They rebuilt it, but it's no longer a high school. It's now an office. It's the new administrative office of the Ministry of Education here at Smythe Street. But this building, this one, is going to be 12 stories tall. And I'm thinking it's probably almost that right now because they've been working on the frame. It's being constructed by a Chinese company. The last time we were here, the frame was, they had built it out to about 6 stories tall. And now, let's see if we can count how many floors they've built out. Remember, it's going to be 12 stories by the time it's completed. And it's now at, let's see, from the top, or we're counting down from the top. So the open top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, that's it. They have reached 12 stories. So this is changing the skyline in Georgetown, getting more and more 12 story buildings. That one, I think, is supposed to be a hotel that's been under construction for a very long time. And of course, in the distance, that is the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. That's the largest Catholic church in Guyana, church building. That's the Regency Hotel, the green building. So fair number of tall buildings in this neck of the woods. That's the Regency building, Regency Hotel. Right, that building is the Regency Hotel in this neck of the woods. This is Hadfield Street. We're looking east along Hadfield Street. And then, of course, that's west along Hadfield Street towards the river, towards the market. But here we are. This is the new A Division headquarters new police headquarters in Georgetown. They have managed to build out all of the floors up to 12 floors. So it's already 12 stories tall in this part of the building. You can see them still working on, there's some workers there, working on what is about the fourth floor? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe the 5th floor. So those guys are working on the 5th floor. From the ground, this is what is on the outside. Right, there's a bunch of pictures of some workers, Chinese workers, a mock-up of what the building should look like when it's finished. So that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's a notice board, regulations of civilized construction, and these are the CNQC, it's the Chinese company responsible for it. So here are the regulations of civilized construction. 3 commitments: standardized management, civilized lineament, harmonized development, and 4 prohibitions: tires not contaminated with mud not flowing out, pipeline not left out, garbage not thrown random, and so on. So this is what it looks like here at the, oh, actually these are pictures of CNQC's project. So they actually built the Courtyard Marriott, and that's a picture of the Courtyard Marriott at Timeri. And they also built the Best Western. So this picture is of the Best Western. These are not pictures of this project, but pictures of previous projects built by CNQC. Now let's see. This is what the building looks like on the ground floor. Remember, we were counting the ground floor without seeing it, but this is the ground floor. That's the ground floor here. So now you can see clearly floor 1. If we count the ground floors, floor 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 is where these guys are working behind. That's number 4, floor. Floor number 4. Above that, 5. That's where the fabric ends at 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on the roof. The roof would be 13. So that's 12 floors plus a roof garden or something on the roof. This is what it looks like here on the, what is it, the 7th day of May the 7th, 2025. 7th of May 2025. It seems as if they have completed the structure, the superstructure, 12 floor superstructure. Now we're going to go around to the front on Brickdam. The streets have changed name here. Sandal Place. The streets have changed to names here. It's Sandal Place. That is Brickdam looking west, looking east on Brickdam towards Camp Street. This building actually is still under construction. It's about 8 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 floors. So that's an 8-floor building. Still under construction. But here, this is the Brickdam side of the A Division, Police A Division headquarters here in Georgetown. The building is in the center of the lot, so can't really. Good afternoon. Can't really see behind these trees yet, but it's in the center of the lot, set back a fair distance from the road, I guess, to make room for what is going to be some kind of security fence once they complete. See if you can see over the fence what's going on here. So that's what's going on the inside. These guys are working ground floor. No. YouTube. Huh? YouTube. So this is the Brickdam entrance. As you can see, major construction work still going on here. And this is what the north face. The side of the building facing north looks like this. It's also 12 stories tall on the north face. The argument, of course, for building, this is what the old building still looks like. There was a fire that destroyed the main building in the center of the compound. The argument for building a 12-story building, as I've made reference to or pointed out before, is that it allows you to concentrate all the departments, right? You're going to have robbery, homicide, you're going to have theft, grand theft auto, you're going to have cybercrime, you're going to have the CID, Criminal Investigation Department. All of these departments can now be housed in one building if you build a tall building. And that's the argument usually for building tall buildings. It's also the reason why I am concentrating on building tall buildings for my housing development projects, because over time what happens is you can solve bigger problems for everybody if you build a tall building. So for example, if you build a tall building that can house a family, 100 different families, what you find eventually is that you can solve once and for all the problems that have to be solved. Instead of solving 100 different problems, you can solve water, for example. You can solve the problem of garbage disposal, sewage disposal, and all that. In a tall building, you solve it once for 100 families. Let's say you build a condominium with 100 units. You can solve all those problems once, and because all those problems are solved once for 100 families, you end up coming out cheaper. In other words, you can build cheaper in tall buildings than if you build 100 single family buildings and you had to solve all these problems again, one at a time for 100 different families. And that's the justification for building multi-story, multi-unit high-rise buildings. And that's what the Guyana Police Force is taking advantage of. This building is, of course, one of the recently completed multi-story buildings here on, in fact, it's on Kroll Street. So it's supposed to be an office tower. This one is 7 stories tall. I think I said it was 8 stories tall in the previous video. I think it's 7 stories tall. It's now occupied, I think, completed and occupied. That's the St. Stanislaus College. And I guess coming down, I guess this is the ambulance. Downtown Georgetown is always busy, always noisy. This is the Chinese Association building that's been there for decades. But yeah, guys, this is the current state of the A Division headquarters of the Guyana Police Force here in Georgetown, Guyana. It seems as if it's about 40%, a little less than 50% completed. And we're going to bring updates, further updates as time goes by. But that's what's up, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in the fastest growing country in the world. We're heading downtown towards the Stabroek market. Yeah, good. Yeah, we're heading down here to the Stabroek market. Still one of the busiest squares, and at this time of day, it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. One of the busiest times, of course. St. Stanislaus College here on Brickdam, one of the landmark schools in this neck of the woods. St. Stanislaus College. I think they've got a recent renovation and a boost of funds to construct a new auditorium building, I think. We're going to see that as time goes by. That they're supposed to have some new buildings. The Government Ministry of Education is building new buildings over at St. Stanislaus. This is downtown Georgetown, Avenue of the Republic. Also one of the busiest intersections here. That's looking north. Right, that's looking north. Over here, this is the Parliament building. I don't think this building is actually used the way it was in the past, because now a lot of the meetings from Parliament happens at the Sophia Convention Center. So Parliament building, I think, is now a historic site. Although I think maybe there's still offices here. Members of Parliament still probably use this on a day-to-day basis. But the main place where they meet now, right? The main place where they meet is usually the Sophia Convention Center over at Sophia, near the headquarters of CARICOM and so on. But this is what's happening in this neck of the woods. Like I said, that's the roof garden. Demico roof garden still exists here downtown at Stabroek Square, and the old Stabroek market straight ahead. That's the clock. Of course, it doesn't work. The time is incorrect. It's now actually closer to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But this is it, guys. Cornhill Street. I didn't even know that this street here at Stabroek Square is called Cornhill Street. But this is it, guys. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Downtown Stabroek Market Square. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later. It's a Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon here at Stabroek. I think I'll take the opportunity to shop for some fruits and vegetables now in this neck of the woods. But we'll catch up in the next video. Later.
back here.
That's a bonus clip, taking you through the market to the places where I normally shop. We'll catch you in the next video. That's the meat section of the market. It's actually quite small, Stabroek market is, but this is where I normally shop.